Good morning, good morning, good morning, all of my great trade geniuses out there. Welcome back to Trade Genius Live. I'm your host and a brand ambassador at hedge fund prop firm. Excuse me. Let me run through that again. I'm your host of I'm your host, Trade Genius, and the brand ambassador of the hedge fund prop firm. I was choking. And welcome back. Let's get in it. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. Let's see who we got in the building. I was on a call. I had to really end it really quickly, abruptly, unfortunately. But I was trying to make sure I get here reasonable amount of time. But yeah. So Method, good morning. Super Spaceman, good morning. V Brewer, what it do? Bottom and happy new trading day. Yeah, Lazy did call one out. Mr. Payout, good morning. T. Pruitt, my brother, good morning. Moodinator, good morning. Natalie Esco, hey y'all. Where we at? C. Dub, good morning. Bettina, good morning. I know you happy. Spain did their thing yesterday. That's what's up. Karate 357, Grand Risings. First day of trading with my Lucid Funded to get my first payout. Absolutely. Any advice? Just state whatever you did to get your how would I say, whatever you did to get your eval passed. Keep the same attitude, the same energy. Just remember what you did, and you should have how would I say, you should have been, of course, journaling that, so you can go back into your journal and just, go over it and check it out. All right. Let's see here. April Lambert, good morning. Blum Machete, good morning. Jay Royal, good morning. Gibby Trades, good morning. He said, please don't choke. Right? I don't know. Sometimes I think it's maybe because I'm too close to this thing. I don't know. But anyway. Chrissy, good morning. Happy Wednesday to you as well. Sister Sneehall, good morning. Dolphin Swimmer, good morning. Miss Lorna, good morning. And Dog, what's up? Regina Beck, good morning. Sin, good morning. Sin, check your DM. I hit you back. Thank you, Sister Sneehall. Let me just put that up there right now. Jazz Rich, good morning. Exactly. Josh Stretch was good. Lady Martinez, hello. How long it takes to approve a payment? Since I've been 12 days and it says pending. On what prop firm is this? Miss Martinez. Q, Grand Risings. I miss you too. For real. Donna, good morning. Tutelli, good morning. The one Thomasina, good morning. Send the text. Uh-oh. I'm lost, V Brewer. Oh, yes. Gotcha. My bad. I got you. I'm with you. Michael Heath, good morning. Let me do that right now. I don't know, I went blank for a second. Okay, I see you in Texas. I'm saying, what prop firm that you're getting a payout with? That's what I was asking. But that's what's up. Shout out to Texas. Everything is big in Texas. Anna, good morning. Yes, let me send that out right now. V Brewer, I got you. I don't know why I went blank. Let's go. All caps. I told you she'd be waiting. She'd be waiting. Sent, V Brewer. Sent. Dante, what's good? All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and Let me just log in. As I was on my call, I was definitely setting up my copy trader and stuff like that. So for everybody who is copy trading, go ahead and just double check, make sure your lead account is you're logged into make sure your lead account is the account that you're logged into, and then just make sure all your follower accounts are on point. I'm just setting mine up right now, and then we'll get into news, and then we'll jump into, we have like 6 minutes before market opens. Let's see here. We're going to talk about something today. I know people sometimes be jumping off a little early. I would recommend hanging around. I want to talk to something that's, we're going to talk about something that's very important and very relevant to everyone here on this call, especially if you're a trader. So I thought it was 67. 68? Yeah, it is 68. That's right. Okay, cool. All right, so got that up. Let me just make sure everything else is good. Let me just double check this. But I think we're good. Let me just make sure everything is solid here. That's that. And then let me make sure that's not selected. Perfect. And then let me go on this side and let me make sure everything here is solid. That's solid. All that solid, solid, solid. Okay, we got the right one, right one, right one, and right one. Okay, cool. I missed Lazy's trade, so somebody said they got accepted into the inner circle. That's what's up. That's dope. All right, cool. So let's screen share and let's get to news, and then we can jump to the charts real quick. My bad. How's everybody feeling this morning? Todd, good morning. Markayla, good morning. PT702FX, good morning. How's everybody feeling this morning? Let's do our temperature check. One word, me in the chat. We got 61 viewers. I'm looking to see, hey, V Brewer, what I told you? What I told you, right? Not about, we're going to start keeping a point on, keeping, we're going to start keeping, we're going to start clocking it from when I send to when she shows up. JR, good morning, good morning. He said, good morning, all my scrippers and thugs. JR, you're wild. Jojo World, good morning. Bodovan said good. V Brewer said peaceful. Serena said focus. Blum Machete said good. All right, that's 4, y'all. Let's keep going. Anna said restless. To be honest, that's LA. That's good. We want honesty. If you're a little restless, maybe, stand up, maybe walk around, get a little stretch, try to knock some of that restlessness off. Markayla said ready to learn some more. T. Pruitt said blessed. Bettina said tired. Jojo World said ready. Earthboy Forever, good morning. Morbid Drifter, good morning. Top tier Jada said feeling good. Laser Focused Mind, good. Karai 357, good. Skip Trinelli, feeling good. PT702FX, feeling good. Give you Trades, feeling good. Miss Lorna said good. Moodinator said good but tired. Hopefully I say this right. Nichelle, hey, first time. That's what's up. If I butchered your name, please get me together. Mayonnaise Kitchen. Mayonnaise Kitchen. I like that. Lewis Jordan, good morning. How long does it take to approve a payment? My request on Edge says it's pending since July 5th. I would say reach out to at Soy Sauce Smiley. I'll put his, what's the name in the thing. Reach out to him. He's the account executive. Only reason why I say that I'm not passing you off is because he has access to go into your account and actually see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm just giving you, so I want you to get right to it. So anyone, if you have TEF accounts, I just put his handle in there, at Soy Sauce Smiley. Go hit him up. Yep, what Todd just said. Go into the Discord, hit up Soy, into the TEF Discord, hit Soy up, and bam. And you'll definitely get some reprieve on that. Let's see here. All right. April Lambert said ambition, I love it. Let's keep going. Let's see here. Nichelle said let's win. Todd said calm. Paula Trey said ready. Laser Focus said steady. Trinelli Nell said ready. Markela said ready to keep learning. Sincere said rested. JR says stoic and ready. Michelle said yes. Okay, cool. I didn't butcher your name. Thank goodness. Donna said calm. All right. So let me go ahead on over here and let's screen share. And bam. All right, let me get some news rocking, even though market is about to open. And so we just run through it real quick. Y'all know today's Wednesday. We had PPI come out today. So you'll check your chart. We'll see a big, huge, this candle right here. It was our news candle. Let me go to micros. Boom. Let me go to the 1 minute. All right, cool. Come on, indicators, pop up. Let's rock. All right, there we go. So I am looking for one thing you'll know about news candles is price will always come back and sweep that just about all the time. Oh goodness, I didn't even realize this daily was right here. Dang, we will not get a daily strat. That's poo-poo. But you know what? I'm going to take the breakout. Oh no, darn it. I could have took that little chop box. Let me go 5 mics. And bam, and bam. And let's see here. I'm going to check this little top box trade.
Order submitted.
This will be my entry right below. And then this will be my stop loss right up here. Once I get actually put into the trade.
Order fell.
All right, cool. And buy stop. Let's see what we get.
Order submitted.
I took the little chop box because y'all see the little consolidation here. So let's see what we get. Right here, I'm going to take, bam. I'm not able to even put my TP in there without it's going to hit. I wanted to leave a runner. Darn it, darn it, darn it. That is wrong. It's not no sell stop, boy. What you doing?
Order canceled.
Buy limit. Now I can set it.
Order submitted.
Confirm. All right, cool. So I got it set. That's why you got to be super fast. Super fast. So let's see what we get. See, I could already took my base hit and had my runner in. My runner possibly would have got stopped out, but that's all good. All right, cool. There's my base hit right there. Let me take this down to 1, confirm, and let me move this right there. Takes me out, cool.
Order filled.
I'll take my little cheap trade. We call that a cheap trade. Yeah, we call that a cheap trade. The reason why I took that is because, first of all, this is like a cool little consolidation area. But why did I take it? And just because, first of all, a couple of things. I have my daily level right here. Excuse me. Have my daily level right here. So I knew I wasn't going to get a daily strat today. Not enough space to get market structure shift and a fair value gap, right? Okay. So now with that stated, I knew that with this little consolidation area right here, that price would break out, of course, from here. I'm going sells. I wasn't going to go buys. For one, once you have watched and understood the characteristics of NQ, you'll know that it's going to come and sweep this news candle. I say 90% of the time, from 90% of the time, maybe even more than 95% of the time, from my experience, it always comes and sweeps this news candle. It always does. So that's one thing that I had in mind. The other thing is there's a big, huge fair value gap right here. Price did tap into it here and a little bit here. It didn't hit CE. It didn't hit consequent encroachment, which would be the middle of the fair value gap. That's what consequent encroachment means. CE, like Charlie Echo, CE, consequent encroachment. That's just a fancy word for saying middle of the fair value gap. So with that stated, I'm like, okay, I'll take the cheap trade because I know a couple of things. I know definitely NQ is going to grab this daily. That I already know. I know it's going to hit that target, especially being this close. So, but as I stated, because I know I couldn't get a daily strat, I was like, I'll take the chop box, right? Little chop box trade, meaning it's a consolidation area and you're going to take the breakout, right? Okay, cool. So once price hit this, the daily strat is going to be invalidated. So I knew I wasn't going to get a daily. So that's why I took the chop box. It's a cheap trade. It's only like $137 in 9 accounts. Yeah, in 9 accounts. Why is it 9? Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. In 9 accounts. In 9 accounts. I'm not trading 4 of my accounts right now. I'm not trading 4 of them. I'm setting something up. So 4 of them I'm not trading. If y'all know, I have 13 that I use for a daily, but 4 of them are out. And I'll tell y'all something crazy. I end up purchasing I accidentally purchased a 25K TradeGheenyuz account. Don't ask me how I did that, but I did. And y'all know my TradeGheenyuz accounts, they're all 100K. So I passed the eval on it, and it is a funded account. So that's going to get added to my 13 accounts because I'm going to 25K, right? So I'm not going to be trading like the 15-minute banger with it. It's just not enough. It's not enough. How would I say? Not enough drawdown there, right? So being that I passed that, that's going to go with I'm gonna trade that TradeGheenyuz account with my my funded futures and take profit trader accounts. But yeah, so I'm cool with $137 in 9 accounts. I'm good with that. Like I said, this is a little cheap trade. Took profits right here. But entry was right below this little chop box area. Took profits pretty much right here at, you can say at this daily. And my runner, of course, got stopped out. But I know price is going to definitely come down here and take this out. Am I saying just to jump in a trade? No, you don't just jump in a trade. You need to have a strategy. You don't just jump in because a candle is going up or down. So just keep that in mind. And let's see here. Can't ask on Discord. I already did and got kicked for asking. Got kicked for asking? Really? All right, just Luis, just DM him. Yeah, just DM him. All right, let me check the 15-minute time frame. Oh, so look like it'll be no 15-minute banger today. This candle has to flip bullish, and I don't think that's going to happen, but it could. We got 6 minutes left on that. That sucks. Lazy's trade is going bangers. Man, I missed the entry because I was on a call, because I would have taken that because that lined up with what I was seeing with this news candle. Let me get in here right now. Let's see here. Nice shot box on 5 accounts. Yeah. Absolutely, T. Pruitt. For real. Ernie, good morning. I've been trying to pass my second eval account for 16 days now, and I've only been 203K in profit in total. So do you guys have any tips? No, just stay patient. Anna, what? Yeah, I'm out, Markayla. What strategy are you trading, Anna? I love Edge, but I got kicked off Discord too. I was never rude or violation of their rules. Interesting. This might be a silly question, but how do you know the fair value? How do you know the fair value is 29,922? What do you mean the fair value? Gibby Trades. You mean this pink line? This pink line right here, like how do I know that target? I'm gonna give you a copy of, I'm gonna drop a link to a video. It'll show you how to find that. Let's see here. It is right here. Those are my NQ daily levels. So I'm dropping this link, and this link will show you how to find those. There it is. Happy Wednesday, Ty. All right, let me get back up here. Yep, Markela, I'm out. Yep, that's not a silly question. Not a silly question. But watch that video, and it'll show you how to find these pink and how I get these pink and blue lines on my chart. Yeah, it's gonna sweep the news candle. It always does. I'm trading HSS from Juvier. It's the one that makes the most sense for me, and it's clear to see on the charts. Got you. Okay, Anna. So that's cool. Just be patient. Just be patient. Like there's no time frame on when you can. Man, if that one have came and took out my runner, I knew it was gonna do. I knew it was gonna go sweep this. Boy, I'm telling you, this NQ will do what it wants, but so you were kicked. You can still message me on Discord. You can message me on Discord. You would just if they kicked you out of that Discord, that's just out of that Discord. You can still DM me. You still have your Discord. You still have your Discord account, so you can just DM me. Let me see here. Let me see if I can send you something. I think you can go on there and find me. Let me see if I can find you. Let's see here. Search. No, not in my friends. Just want to find someone. Let's see here. Let me find. How do I find? How do I do that? I did that before. Friends. No, because it wouldn't be in my friends. So my friends in here. Hold on one sec. Okay, give me your username on Luis, give me your username on Discord. Just type it in the chat, and then I'll be able to find you like that. And then I can send you a friend request because I can find anyone on, and same thing with me. You can, matter of fact, I'll send you mine. And then you can just find me and DM me. Let's see if I can do it like this. Nope. Just send me yours, my guy. Just send me yours, because I have to put my. Let's see here. Yeah, just send me your your Discord username in the chat, and then I'll find you that way. Which strategy is that? Is what Earth Super Mendez. The strategy that I just traded, we call it a little chop box strategy. You're right about that, 90% of the time. Yeah, probably a little bit higher than 90. I would say maybe more like 95, but it's definitely in the 90s. Just got off the boat, was in a trade. Nice. Mr. Cologne. Yep, look what it did. Look what price. Swept news candle. Probably gonna go back in here and tap this and might continue on bearish, but let's see here. Close that week opening gap. Y'all see that, right? So I can take it off my chart now. That was last night. There's also a reversal zone inside of there as well. So, man, I'm mad I missed. I ain't mad, but I'm like, I missed Lazy's trade. I definitely was going to take that. But yeah, Luis, just put your username inside of the comment section, and then I'll find you on Discord, and then I'll send you a friend request. Let's see here. Last week I followed HSS 100% and broke even, making 54 that week. So it's like I'm down. It's like I'm grateful I wasn't down. Yeah. That's gonna happen. Definitely gonna happen. So if you see it breaking out of the chop box, you can get in. Well, the thing is this. You have to understand what Gibby trades. You got to understand what direction you're going to take it. I know that I was going with sells because of this news candle, and then just kind of looking at price action too. So that's just what I was seeing. But you always got to understand what direction you're going in. That's the first thing when you rocking this strategy. And then also too, I had daily levels below. So these are, like I said, these are very strong targets. That video that I put into the comment section, the link for the video, check that out. That's going to give you a full breakdown of why these are here and how to use them. This is for trading NQ. So, and then once again, you have to understand too, I've been looking, this is the only pair that I trade. I've been looking at this pair for the past over 2.5 years, a little more than 2 years. I'm not quite at 2.5 yet, a little more than 2 years. So I understand the characteristics of this trade. So got you, T. Pruitt. Got you, T. Pruitt. Thank you for letting me know that. I appreciate you, my brother. That's why you are my brother. And let me do that. And let me do. That's why you got to love the community. That's also too why you got to trust your brothers and your sisters. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you, T. Pruitt. I took care of it. Using an indicator for FVGs? Yes. Oh, wow, it's going all the way down, too. Boy, that thing. Had to take my runner out, huh? It's all good. Fam, can you please explain to me the consistency rule? I'm reading the rules, but I just don't understand. I have a 40% consistency rule. Bettina, what prop firm? 15-minute banger is invalid. Let's go up in there and let me back up my sister because I've been missing it the past couple of days. Bam. DS is invalidated. Yes, it is. Boom. Add everyone. And Bettina, is that for your Lucid account? I'm assuming. I'll break it down for you, and then it'll be for everyone at the same time. All right, cool. Red folder in 16. All right, so let me just make sure I don't miss anybody. Okay, got that. Okay, got you. Gibby said thank you. With strategy. Okay, Super Mendez, I was just saying this is a little chop box strat. We call it a chop box, meaning this is like a consolidation area, and then we're taking the break of it. So in something like this, what you would do is, I don't do it all the time because I'm just real proficient, but to help you, what you can do is you can just take your little drawing tool, right? Draw that. And then what I usually do is I place my limit order right below the box, depending on the direction that I'm going, and then my stop loss goes on the opposite side. So being that I took a sell, my entry was here, and my stop loss was here. So I use this pink line, which is a daily level, as my target, and I went in on 5 micros. I trimmed 4 micros at this daily level. Basically, I banked those 4 and I left a runner, but my runner came and got stopped out. But I knew price was coming down here. I mean, when I say I knew, like, I knew. Just based on characteristics. Not I knew I'm trying to be right. I'm talking about based on characteristics, based on everything that I'm looking at, based on this news candle. Did I think it would come this far? I knew it had the potential to, but I knew it was going to at least sweep this. Nonetheless, if it was going to go back up, I was going to at least sweep this news candle. That's just what NQ does. All right, so let me get back. Yeah, Machete, that's very, very true. There are some key levels below. We have this. We have a reversal zone down there. So, and let's keep going. Can I be honest? What's a 15-minute banker? Okay, we'll get into that. And when you get a sec, I asked the same thing about consistency rules. All right, so just remember. All right, so we're gonna break that down. So Bettina, this is on your Lucid, I'm assuming, right? Because I know you said you had a Lucid. What this boy talking about, bleep boop? No emotions, bleep boop. For real. All right, cool. All right, so let me just jump to Lucid so I can show y'all real quick. Let's do it, because I know you have a Lucid, V Brewer, and I know that Bettina has one as well. All right, so let's get to account. So Lucid Flex. Bettina, let me know, do you have a Lucid Pro, a Lucid Flex? Which one do you have? All right, so this for everybody. So when you want to understand your consistency rule, right? You see right here, it says 50% consistency rule in this eval, right? Anytime that they give you a consistency rule and it's whatever percentage it is, it's always going to be the percentage of the profit target. So whatever the profit target is. So we can run through each one of these accounts. So the profit target on a 25K flex account is 1250. 50% consistency rule means what? You can't make more than half of the profit target of this 1250, which is 625, right? So as long as you make 620, you don't make over 625, you stay within the consistency rule. 50K, profit target is 3,000. 50% consistency rule means you can't make more than 1,500. You make more than 1,500, you breach the consistency rule. 100K flex account, profit target is 6,000. 50% consistency rule means you can't make more than 3,000. 150K flex, 9 bands, 50% consistency rule, you can't make more than 4,500. Now, Bettina said 40%, so I'm assuming she got a Lucid Pro, because they usually do 40% on theirs, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. It's not a direct, unless you got a direct account. No, because that's 20%. Let's see here. Okay, so for you, Bettina, it'll be 40% of your profit target. I'm not sure what account you have, but it'll be 40% of your profit target. That's how you can do it. That's how you always know. Just find your profit target, and whatever the consistency rule percentages of your consistency rule, just do the calculations. You can put it in Google, do it on a calculator. Easiest way, just put it in Google and put what's 50% of 1250, what's 40% of whatever your profit target is. And then that's the amount that you know you can't make more than without breaching the consistency rule. Real easy, real simple. So, man, if this daily wasn't here, this would have been a nice daily today. Price broke market, made market structure shift. It made a fair value gap right here. Entry would have been here. Price would have came back and tapped you in and took you all the way down to this target. But because this daily was here and price touched the daily right here, it invalidated the daily strat. But yeah, so that's that. All right, cool. Where we at? Lucid. So you said 40. You said 40%. Oh, that's right. I'm tripping. You're in an eval, but you're in. I mean, you're not an eval. You're in a funded. Right. Got you. What size account? Bettina. That's right. You're in a funded. My bad. Let's see here. What size is it? 50K. What happened, Trinelli? I got it, woo, but my 50Ks were blown and I was in profit yesterday. I'm not understanding. Trinelli, send me a screenshot. Send me a screenshot of what's going on. And what size account, Bettina? 50K, 100K, what you got? The consistency rule is just a rule. It's it's end of day, EOD. So let's say you go over the consistency rule, right? Then you need to lose a little bit of money. You need to lose some money. And it's end of day. Yeah. I answered it, Big Brewer. I answered it, V Brewer. I answered you, brother. I don't know if you didn't hear me, but I answered you. Yeah, I got your screenshot. I answered you. Did you see that I just gave the whole breakdown of it? Did you miss it? Yeah, I answered you. I went here just to break it down. So just to run back through it again. The consistency rule is going to be based on your profit target. Based on your profit target. So whatever your profit target is, it's 50% of that. And same thing for you, Bettina. I'm not sure what size account you have, but I know you're in a funded. So it's going to be 40%. You're in Lucid Pro, I already know. It's going to be 40% of whatever your profit target is. I'm not sure what account size you have, but whatever account size it is, going to be 40% either of hold on one sec. The Pro. What you got? Oh, okay, no worries. Cool. You got it. No, you got it. No worries, V-Bro, you got it. I just wanted to make sure that you know that I did answer you, my brother. But yeah, it's going to be 40% of. See, I don't even know how they do this on here. Hold on one sec. Let me check this out for you, Bettina. That's why I don't like the pro account. I like if you're gonna get a loose account, always get the flex, because with the Lucid Flex, there is no consistency rule in the funded. That's what you want. Consistency, you see nothing. No consistency rule in the funded on the Flex account. So if you're gonna do Lucid, remember, Lucid Flex only. You don't want to be having to cap your profits out in the funded account, right? That's just not good. So, funded rules. Let me just see something. Yeah, see this? Okay, so So I'm assuming the way that this is going to be is it's going to be, they can't be 40% of your biggest day. So you can't make more than 40% of your biggest day. That's why I don't like consistency rules in a funded account. And I don't know if it's 40%. See, this is very confusing. Yeah, very, very confusing. Let's go to FAQs. Let's figure this out because it's got to make some sense. So that was the Lucid Pro, right? Here we go. All right, so consistency percentage. Here we go. Let's figure this out. Got it. Here you go right here, Bettina. So let's pay attention to this because it's very important. All right. So this is the consistency rule for the Lucid Pro accounts. This is how you figure out the percentage. So the percentage is based on the largest single day profit, account profit, equals your consistency percentage. So the example, if you trade your 50K Lucid Pro account and your largest single profit was 1,000 and your account profit is 4,000, plug the values into a above formula. So 1,000 divided by 4,000 is 25%. Okay, see, that is super duper confusing, yo. I mean, I get it, but I'm saying like just for most traders, that's confusing. But this is the formula right here. So it's your largest day profit, your largest day profit divided by the account profit. You see what I'm saying? So that means that's so whack. Okay, so trade this pay account, 1,000 in your account. Okay, so let's say your account profit is $3,000, whatever like the total profit is in your account, right? And it's going to be counted up until it's time for a payout. So that's what they're gonna figure out. So whatever the amount of profit you have in your account, right? You want to divide that by your largest single day of profit. So let's say you got 4 bands and you did like 800 one day, 500 one day, 300 one day, 1,000 one day. Like you had, all these different incremental profit amounts, right? And now right when you're going to take a payout, you have a total of $4,000 in there. So you got to go back and find, and you can do this on Lucid because they have a calendar. So you go on your dashboard and you go find your largest day profit and divide that by your the total amount of profit in your account, and then that'll give you the percentage. Yeah, see, I don't like that. So that's why I do not recommend Lucid Pro accounts or recommend even having consistency in your funded, because it's too confusing, especially like this. At least in TEF, you know what that amount is because it's based on your account size. See, that's a lot better. In TEF, I like that. And that's just more straightforward. This right here, this is a bunch of extra math and a bunch of extra figuring out that you have to do. But I would just say, Bettina, just come in here and then the example is pretty straightforward. So you're just going to divide your largest day of profits into your full account balance before you take a payout, like whatever that is. And then that'll give you your percentage, but it has to be less than 40%. Right, so you got the 25K. Got you. It works either way for the same. So no matter what it is, but this will be the best way to get your calculations on. So before it, see, I do not like this. So basically, if you made $4,000 in your account, you can't make more than, let's do it. What's 40% of 4,000? $1,600. So if you had a total, this is just for example purposes. If you had a total of $4,000 in your account, you can't make more than $1,600 in one day. But it's based on your total account, total the amount of your account, divided by your largest day of profit. And to me, that's super duper confusing. I mean, I understand it, but I'm just saying for overall, for everyone, it's just super confusing. So just keep a count on it. And just remember, just all you got to do is just go to Lucid, go into Lucid, go to FAQs, go right here to Lucid Pro. It's all information on Lucid Pro. And then go into consistency percentage, and then you can understand how to do the math. It's pretty much self-explanatory, but still, to me, it's still super confusing. I mean, I understand it, but I'm just saying for most people who are just trading and trying to understand trading, like, it's super duper confusing. So this is why I do not recommend the Lucid Pro accounts. I only recommend Lucid Flex, because in Lucid Flex, there is no consistency rule. So no, your profit target is not 250. That is the amount that you have to make every day to get to a payout. Yeah, that's the amount that you have to make every day to get to a payout. Let me break that down to you. Let me break it down. So you're talking about this right here. Come on now. Fund it. Your payout profit target. That means you have to make 250, at least 250 on 3 days to be at least 250 on 3 days to be eligible to take a payout. That's what this means. Your payout profit target. That's not your overall profit target. That's what you have to make 3 days to be, that's what you have to make 3 days to be eligible. It's not 3 days in a row. It could be 3 days over a week. It could be 3 days over a month. It doesn't matter. But to be able to take a profit, you have to make at least 250, have at least 250 of profit on 3 different days. And then you're eligible to take a payout. That's what that means. It's your payout profit target. So that's the difference. That's the difference. With me? Cool. Little confusing, but yeah, your payout. That's why it says days to pay out 3. So you got 3 days of at least 250 of profit, and then you're eligible for a payout. That's pretty much how it works. But moving forward, get the Lucid Flex account. Because in Lucid Flex, as you see how the rules are just way different. Days to pay out are 5, and you gotta have a minimum days profit of at least $100. Much easier. And then there's no consistency rule. So it's just much, much easier in the Lucid Flex. So remember, y'all, if Lucid Flex, let's keep going. No, TEF is my favorite prop firm. But Lucid is a prop firm I use for a particular account. I mean, for a particular strategy that we trade. All right, let me go back to that indicator for you. Mayonnaise cushion. It's right here. So go to indicators. It's right here. FVG, Nephew Sam. So go to indicators, type FVG in the search box, and look, you're going to have a list that's going to populate here of all FVGs, and then it's FVG, Nephew Sam. And there it is. FVG, Nephew Sam. I see why your head is cooking. That's the reason why if y'all want insight, like before, if you want some insight on some prop firm accounts, just DM me, y'all, whoever you are. Just DM me and just say, hey, Trent, I'm looking at this account. should I mess with this? And I'll give you the pros and cons on it. I'll tell you why I wouldn't and why I would. So just keep that in mind. Let's see here. I was on the one live yesterday. TP was hit because I had a limit order set. I logged out of the account and flattened a copy when I jumped on this morning. Trade for the accounts they were breached. Also, when I jumped on with you guys, I closed out and profit hit a base hit. This morning the trade is still going, so I hopped on TradeGheenyuz to close it out. Is it that TradeGheenyuz was glitched, or was it because I know for a fact I closed out the trade ATP due to me setting a limit as well? What trade copy are you using? Quant? See, that's the thing. Using Quant Crawler, like I don't know anything about that. I would definitely say it has something to do with your definitely has something to do with your copy trader. For sure. Yep. Definitely your copy trader. Quant Crawler, I ain't never heard of that before. Yeah, I've never heard of them before. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Even though you flattened it, for some kind of way, it put you back in the trade. Or when you flattened it, it never flattened. It may have looked like it did, but it didn't. Yeah, I don't recommend like a Apex copier. That's really like the only one I really truly recommend. So yeah, what we got? Just checking y'all DMs. What we got? Oh, you took that little got you. I see you. I see you, Mr. Cologne. I see you. I know what that is. Jerry Jack. Go into TradeGheenyuz and you may need to reconnect. Your trading view to TradeGheenyuz. The activation part might need to be reconnected. Sin, no contract fees on. So no membership on TradeGheenyuz. No membership on TradeGheenyuz. The only thing you need on TradeGheenyuz is just you need to pay for data. The only membership you need, not even membership, the only subscription that you want is on TradingView. Who is this? We got Ty. My Fund of Futures is cool. Ty. Yeah, My Fund of Futures is cool. I don't know about the builder plan though. I just do the flex account on My Fund of Futures. I don't do the builder plan. Yeah, I just do the flex account. No, we're not signing in. Where are we at? I do. Let's see here. Build a plan. 1 day to pass. Profit target 300. Max drawdown 2.5. End of day drawdown. Get paid every 48 hours. Profit split 80-20. Consistency rule. Let me see. Let me just check this for you. Because I don't like consistency rule in the funded. I would say just stay with the flex. There's flex in My Fund of Future as well. Much simpler. Anna, have a good day. Ms. Bossy B, what verification process are you speaking about? Let me know. Yeah. Ty, I would recommend doing the My Funded Futures Flex account. Easier. Less rules, not a whole bunch of extra going on. Yeah. The builder plan, um, I don't know, I just like to keep it simple. And the flex account to me is like, it's super simple. Basically it's 50%, 50% consistency in the eval. And, there's no consistency in the funded. What else? And that's pretty much it. Like it's end of day on the drawdown. It's just a much more seamless account. The builder plan and any other plans, I've never used them. I just stay with the flex on My Funded Futures, the flex on Lucid as well. Those plans are just better, just based on the different terms. Because if you can, you want to try to help it to where you don't have a consistency rule in your funded account. You want to be able to, if a trade goes crazy and it hits TP whatever, 5, 8, 9, 10, whatever, you want to be able to take all of those profits. And a lot of times on those accounts, like the one we were just talking about, the Lucid Pro, there's a 40% consistency rule. You know what I mean? And then it's some weird calculation on that Lucid Pro. So that's why I go for the flex and Lucid. My Funded Futures, I like the flex in there as well. You know what I'm saying? Now, Apex, there's a consistency rule. And their consistency rule is the same way as Lucid Pro, where it's 50% of your largest day of profit divided by your account size, just the way I explained it in Lucid Pro. Now, I have the Apex because I have 20 accounts there. So that you can really truly make some bread off 20 accounts. But then on an account like that, and just like in TEF as well, I just cap it out at like, on Apex, I just cap it out like, I make no more than 250. I try to keep all my days consistent in Apex. That's what I pretty much do. I'm not gonna make 500. I'm gonna make like 230, 250, and then I'm out. Regardless where my target is, on that account, the Apex account, I'm just going for a dollar amount. So between 180 to 250, that's really where I like to stay. And then on the Edge Funder, it's the same thing. Like when I'm able to copy trade those the way that I like to copy trade them through my copy trader, that's going to be the last integration. That's how I'm going to trade that as well because of the 25% consistency rule. And I'll probably end up trading my TEF and my Apex together because I'll be meeting the consistency for both. So I know 250, my little 250 profit that I take in Apex, that'll work for the Edge Funder accounts. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to have a strategy within a strategy when you're trading these prop firms. So I wouldn't trade I wouldn't trade the Edge Funder, I wouldn't trade those accounts, my TF accounts, with my Funded Futures or my Take Profit Trader because I have no consistency rule in my Funded Future and my Take Profit Trader. I wouldn't trade those together. You see what I'm saying? Because I gotta like cap myself out anytime that I have TEF and Apex, trading. So I'd rather trade those two prop firms together, and then my Funded Futures and Take Profit Trader, I trade those two together. I copy trade those two because there's no consistency rule in those two. So then I can just run it up, and I ain't got to worry about, I got to log out of this particular account because I'm going to breach the consistency rule. If I trade my TEF and my Apex together, I know I'm going to make about 230, 250 at the most, 180 at the least, and then I'm done. Or actually, let me take that back because I know in TEF you have to make a certain amount a day. I think it's 200. Let me just check that. Now, whatever that is, that's what I'm going to do. Let me just see right now. Let me make sense of it so I can give you the right information. Wait here. Where am I? And I know Serena might be able to tell me what that is. I got caught up. Okay, thanks. Great advice. Unfortunately, I caught up an intraday account with Apex when I first started trading 2024. Do not like that for real. Yeah. That's how I learned. So I learned on Apex. Yeah, shut it down, JoJo World. If you're feeling that way, 150. Thank you, Ty. Thank you, story time. 150. So okay. So that would work for me, right? If I'm going to copy trade Apex and the Edge Funder, that's what when we have the last integration on the Edge Funder, where we'll be able to log into a broker, and then I can set that up in my copy trader, my Apex copy trader here, my Apex Ninja Trader 8 copy trader. I will be definitely trading those together because I know it fits the scheme, right? So 180 to 250, 230, 250, I know I'm good. I can trade those two prop firms together. And I ain't got to worry about breaching a consistency rule or anything like that. I can make my couple $100, log out of those accounts, and then I'm good. So, oh, you're welcome. That's what we're here for. Did you enter when the price is at the blue line? Right below it. Mayonnaise cushion. Right below it. Like right below it. Like right below this box. Let me open this up for you. The blue line is unmitigated level. So my entry was right here. Right where you see my little dotted dash line. My entry was right there. Right below the box. And then I trimmed my position. I went in on 5 micros, trimmed my position here at 4, and I left a runner. And I think it was this one of these candles came back to, I think it was this one, came back to take my runner out. So it is what it is. But yeah, I knew price was going to be selling today. I knew it. A lot of liquidity down here. A lot of buying pressure. All right, cool. Where we at? Yeah, bleep boop is too funny. You just don't know where bleep bloop blurp. Are you able to copy trade accounts with Lucid? Yes. Yes. 200 a day keeps the job away. Facts. All right, cool. Let's get into our mental muscle. We didn't even get in question of the day. Let's get rocking with that. All right, question of the day today is how do geopolitical events, war, trade disputes, sanctions impact NQ futures? How do geopolitical events, wars, trade disputes, sanctions impact NQ futures? Thought that was a good one that we bring up because we're pretty much been dealing with that since this administration has been here. And that's not a political statement. I'm just talking about I'm speaking facts and what has been, messing with our bread. That's all I'm focused on. I'm not saying that the administration sucks or anything like that. I don't even care about all of that. All I care about and all we should care about as traders is and it's any administration. I don't care who it is. We're traders now, and we have to think about the administration that's in right now. So with that stated, like focusing on what they're doing is focusing on our money. What Moodinator say? They add volatility, which can drive price action. Absolutely. A lot of volatility. That is very, very true. All right, so let me get in here. Let me pull this up. I think it's fairly simple. We all pretty much know what's going on with that, right? So So during a lot, geez Louise, and Q just dumping. Man, if that darn daily level, if that daily level wasn't there, we'd be eating right now. It's all good. Got my little few dollars and call it one. Actually, you know what? Let me log out of my accounts. Wow. Missed that trade too. All right, cool. So anytime we have any kind of geopolitical like shocks, it causes like risk off moves. Give you a good example. Geopolitical shock, tariffs last year. Every time we had tariff talk, what happened? Market tanking. Reason being, businesses don't want to hear about tariffs. Why businesses don't like tariffs? Why the market don't like tariffs? Because it means more money has to be spent. So investors tend to sell off. And then NQ drops. They'll sell off and then they'll start buying like bonds, metals, gold, silver, the dollar for the ones that's trading Forex. Like that's pretty much how that works. So it's very, very important to understand the terrain that you're trading in when it comes to that kind of news. Now, I'm not talking about regular news like PPI and all that. That's normal futures trading news that we're going to be dealing with no matter who the administration is, and no matter how much manipulation or no manipulation there is. So like I said, all of that stuff, non-farm payroll, unemployment, unemployment, all of that stuff that all that red and orange folder news, that's going to always be there. I'm not talking about that. Like I said, geopolitical, right? So war, tariffs, us getting in and getting out of like different agreements with maybe other countries, sanctioning other countries, like all kind of things like that. That's why I said geopolitical news or events. I'm not gonna say news, but events, because they're really not news. They're more of events and those events turn into news, right? So all of those things impact NQ. Because if y'all know, the Nasdaq 100 is basically, it's all tech. So think about that. We're in a digital society. We're in a digital world. Everything is technology. So all of those things drive that. Even when we're having geopolitical events about AI, that stuff can also drive the market as well. It's tech again. Or, SpaceX stuff. All kind of things. Stuff may be going on with NVIDIA, going on with Google, going on with Apple, Microsoft, NVIDIA. You know what I'm saying? Like all of those kind of things will drive any kind of like geopolitical event. Anything like that can drive the market to, go up, down, do whatever. So you just got to keep in mind that the initial reaction that we see from those is usually like an overreaction. You know what I'm saying? So you have to just keep that in mind when we see those events. We never want to trade the news events. We don't want to react to them. We want to position ourselves to them. Just think about what I stated. We don't want to react to them. We want to position ourselves to them. So, but the good thing is, if y'all notice, NQ does recover quickly. Like once the little dust settles and all that little stuff is done, NQ recovers. Let's be honest. Go back and look on the charts. There's times where NQ will move like 1,600 points, 1,500 points. It'll move 800 in one direction, 700 in the other, vice versa. Like it moves. That's the good thing about NQ. It recovers. And the reason why it recovers is because it's 100 of the best tech companies. That's why it recovers so quickly. So that's just something just to keep in mind. The key principles would be don't predict like geopolitical events. Don't try to predict that or react to price. Like let the chart, let the market show us what it's going to do. And I've made a statement before on some live streams ago. I was like, always let the market come to us, right? We're not meeting the market halfway. We're not coming to you. We're going to let you come to us. And then once you come to us, we're going to decide if we want to do business with you or not that day. So we're going to let you come to us, meaning that we're going to wait for the chart to show us what's good, what's not good. What's price action like? We got news going on. We got this going on. We got that going on. Like, we want to wait for it to come to us. We're never going to meet it halfway. Remember, when it comes to the market, we are stingy. We are selfish. Literally. That's the position that we take. And let me give you an example. Stingy meaning we ain't meeting you halfway. I don't care. Nope, you got to come all the way over here. You got to come. Come over here. Like, you got to come to me. I'm not taking one step towards you. You got to come all the way to me, and then I'm going to figure out what I want to do with you from a business perspective. Selfish, being one and done. But also, too, understanding that none of us are going into the market and taking anything out of the market. So don't even get that in your head. This little bit of money that we playing with, you got to think about the whales, the banks, hedge fund companies, stuff like that, right? Like, they got all the money. They're the house. Remember, we're the bottom feeders. We're the retail traders. So to give you an example, the money that we play around, the retail traders, the money that we play around in the market, it's like taking a cup of water and going and throw it in the ocean and thinking that you're going to change the level. Ain't nothing about to happen. So my point is, that's the other reason why we're stingy with the market, meaning we're not taking anything out of the market. We're taking what the market gives us, and we're not giving it back. We're going to be one and done. Now, if you're trading more than one strategies, I can understand maybe why you may take 2 trades in a day. Or if you're trading like the hybrid super scalping, where there can be multiple entries. But the way I trade and the way my strategies are, like, they set up once a day, and either they're going to be valid or invalidated. If they're valid, I take it. If it's invalid, I don't take it. But also, when I do take it, I'm also understanding that we talked about this, the terrain that we're in, I'm taking base hits. And I'm getting out of there. The only thing that I'll hold is a runner, but I'm not holding a full position. So just keep that in mind. Remember, key principles: don't predict geopolitics and react to price. Don't do that. Let the chart tell you what's going on. Let the chart tell you what market is doing. That's why I always recommend trading a strategy. Then all of that stuff kind of falls to the side. Then you don't have to worry about that. All you have to do is worry about if my strategy sets up, right? And then also, too, if the market is choppy, then you're like, okay, I don't like price action, number one. Number two, if my strategy does set up, I'm going to take a quick base hit and then I'm out of there. Or I'm not taking it. Like yesterday with the 15-minute banger. 15-minute banger was valid. It didn't set up the way that I like it, and I didn't take it. It was valid, but it didn't set up the way that I like it to set up. It didn't give me my favorable conditions. So guess what? I didn't take it, and it lost. Like, it was a business expense on the 15-minute banger, which is one of the reasons why I don't take it unless it does a couple of particular things. That's what's important for me in that strategy, because I've back tested it. I understand how that strategy, how it moves. I've paid attention to those things. That's why back testing is so important. I've taken the 700 plus trades on the 15-minute banger, back testing it. I did it. And I was also a part of forward testing it when my big brother was, when he was even just thinking that it was a strategy that we was going to try to even see if it even worked or not. So I had all of that to factor into. So I take it a particular way. And I take it that way for a reason. Once again, the reason why I take it the way I take it is because I am taking it with the highest probability. Like, that's how you want to take all your trades. the highest probability. Sometimes our strategy is set up. But if it don't look cool, meaning higher probability when I say it don't look cool, don't take it. Just wait. Be disciplined. Understand you don't have to trade every day. Protect your capital. Don't be FOMOing. Don't think you got to trade every day. Don't rush to enter a trade. Don't think about a business expense that you paid yesterday. That day's over. If you paid a business expense the day before of like $300, whatever that amount is, don't come into the market the next day talking about, I'm trying to get that back. It don't work like that. You chasing losses? Shouldn't be chasing anything. The next day of trading is a whole new day. It's like your first day. Every day that you come to trade is like your first day, meaning you're not thinking about anything from the day before. Today is a whole new day. It doesn't matter what happened yesterday. I don't care if you made 10 bands yesterday. Oh, well, today is a whole new day. You're not bringing the wins and you're not bringing the losses into the next day. Profits or non-profits. You ain't bringing them into the next day. Just keep that in mind. Very important. All right, C-Dub, be good, bro. I would like to swing trade. Do you know a prop firm that would support that? Unfortunately, there's no swing trading in futures. If you want to swing trade, you need to get into options. Natalie. Yep, there's no swing trading in futures. If you can swing trade, it'll have to be on a live account, but no prop firms allow you to do that. At least none that I know of. I believe you can do it on your live account, but then you would have to pay some extra fees to your broker on a live account, meaning you're trading your own money. I believe you can do it there, but on prop firms, no. You have to be logged out of your trades. Everyone's different. TEF is at 4:15, which is 45 minutes before market closes. Take Profit Trader is, I believe it's 4:55, which is 5 minutes before market closes. Everyone has their little thing. Some prop firms will, if you're not out the trade, they'll close you out, no harm, no foul, right when market closes. Some of them, you will, if you don't close your trade out before market closes, meaning New York session, you'll blow the account. So, but yeah, there's no swing trading, unfortunately. When you backtested 5.0, did you set a TP or let it run until the end of the day? When we did it, we were just letting it run. We weren't setting TPs. Remember, if y'all remember, the 5.0 is set up to go to the Lambo store the next day. So that is a trade where we didn't even move our stop loss, even when we were forward testing it and we were eating off it for the 8-9 months before we gave it to the community. We were just letting it run. The idea of the 5.0, remember, it's not like any other strategy. The idea of the 5.0 is to go to the Lambo store the next day, meaning you're waiting for it to hit TP 8, 9, 10. We letting it run all day and then closing it out right before market closes. That was the whole idea of the 5.0. That's the way it's supposed to be traded, on one mini, and not moving your stop loss. Now, I know, I'm gonna say that's the way it's supposed to be traded, but I know in the PDF it says move your TP, like once it hits TP2, move your stop loss to above break even. That is to keep the community safe. That's so people weren't blowing a bunch of accounts. But if you're talking about the way that we were trading it, we weren't doing any of that. Setting entry at the close of the candle, setting the TP at the high or the low, depending if it was a sell or a buy, and letting it run. Setting our stop loss at the high or the low, depending on sell or buy, and then letting it run with no TP. Letting it run all the whole New York session, and then closing it out right before New York session closes. That's how we were doing it. Absolutely. Back to FX replay. What about FX replay? Yeah, that's how we were trading it. Let me know what you're talking about on FX replay. See mood. Let's see here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Trend, do you ever trade BC? You're not in the right headspace. Trend, do you ever trade BC? Yeah, absolutely. I log out everything. Bettina, what's BC? BC. Let me know what BC is. All of those are correct. I'm looking at y'all. April Lambert, skip day or yield all trades. Facts. And Dog said buyers and sellers react to the market. Yeah, I mean, they can react to the market on geopolitical news. I would recommend never reacting. Just let price show you what it's going to. Let the charts and price show you what it's going to do. Blumich said can shift how financial institutions to dump or jump. Absolutely. Sister Sneehall said NQ gets impacted by geopolitical news events for sure. Absolutely. Me too. Temptation is too much. Let's see here. Oh, Bitcoin. I do not. I trade crypto, but I haven't lately. I just have a lot of stuff going on, so I don't really have the time. But I wouldn't say Bitcoin. I'm usually doing whatever Canary's doing. How to start over back to have to start over back to yeah. If you haven't, you have to. You said something. You said you had something to tell us yesterday, but some of us jumped off the stream. Okay, yeah. So what I want to tell y'all on a different note. Actually, you know what? Let's do tip of the day real quick, and then we'll get into that because what I got to tell y'all is going to be a little extensive. But it's about she meant because let's see here. Do you ever not trade because you're not in the right headspace? Thank you, Leo. If I wasn't in the right headspace, no, I would not trade. But I started working on my psychology in December of 2024. And when I say working on it, like really working on it, I read some books on it, and just, managing how I feel when I'm here trading versus my personal life, and not allowing my personal life to seep into pry into my trading life. So I make sure I keep a fine line there. Personal life, I'm different than when I'm trading. When I'm trading, I'm like locked in. When I say locked in, meaning locked in on my emotions, I'm locked in. Locked in. On making sure that I keep all of that stuff intact and don't allow emotions or anything to come in, no feeling thoughts, none of that. Just whatever's going on, I take it on the chin and move on to the next day. Thank you, Leo. Appreciate that. All right, so let's jump into tip of the day, and then we will go ahead on and I want to talk about something with y'all. It's something that's important, that's something that I'm into, and I want to share it with y'all. And I want to make sure that y'all have an opportunity to do this as well. All right, so tip of the day today is stop comparing your results to other traders on social media. Their highlight reel is not their reality. And let me break that down. This doesn't go for all of them, but this goes for some, because I was reading some things, and I'm like, you know what? Let me jump in here and let me just throw this out there so we all have an understanding of what that's about. All right, so this will be mindset. Yes. So now this doesn't apply to all traders on social media, right? So like when you think about my brother, Juvier, right? He gives you pretty much everything. And when I say everything, he don't just say, oh, This all the money that I'm making. He also shows the money that he loses. And his story, he talks about his story. Like, he's pretty transparent. I think he has balance, right? He's not always just, oh yeah, I made this amount of money, I made this amount of money, I made this amount of money, and not talking about any money that he may have lost. Or I win this amount of trades, but not talk about trades that that have went against him, right? So he's pretty balanced. But there's a lot of and there's some other ones that are just as balanced as well. They're very transparent, and they're very consistent with their transparency. But overall, because more times than none, there's a lot of traders on social media and all they're showing you is like highlight reels. And we already know that that's not reality, because they're not showing you the 6 losses they had. They're just showing you that one great, those green trades. You know what I'm saying? Like with me, y'all see when I take losses. I'm transparent. I'm not just talking about, oh yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. When it comes to profitable trades, I keep balance and understand. Don't get caught up into that. If you see someone like that, don't even watch them anymore, because it's not realistic. If you're going to be watching stuff on social media, make sure it's something that's balanced. Make sure it's someone that's transparent and someone that's consistent with their transparency. Not someone who's just showing only just, like I said, their highlight reel, because that's not reality, and you know that's not reality. Period. To keep that in mind. The only benchmark that matters, are you executing your plan better this week than last week? That's the only thing that matters. All that, I made this and I did that, like, that's cool. If they're showing I lost this and I lost that, like I had these non-profitable trades, I had these profitable ones, but I had these non-profitable ones as well. That's the balance. That's cool. That's something that's cool to watch. That's something cool to check out. It's cool to subscribe to them. You know what I mean? Like, that's cool. Because I always feel like you can learn a little bit of something from everyone, and then you take everything that you learn and you make it yours, right? But just make sure that you are not watching that, because to me, it's toxic. And let me explain what I mean by toxic. I know everyone knows what the word toxic means, but let me explain what I mean when I say it's toxic. It's toxic to your development. It's toxic to your foundational psychology. Like, it's toxic to that. Period. You don't want nothing. You don't want to be tuning into something that can break down what you're building. And that's what I mean by it's toxic to your psychology. So just keep that in mind. There's no balance there. Like, you could look at it and tell. Be like, nah, I'm cool. Don't even subscribe to that. You don't even want that coming in your feed. Like, if you're gonna be on social media and checking out traders, like I said, make sure somebody that got balance, someone where you know they're being transparent. Not only that, they're dropping some gems, because just showing a highlight reel ain't dropping no gems. Let's keep it real. Let's just be honest. They ain't. What's that? Can we really say that that's dropping gems because they're just showing their highlight reel? Because my first question is going to be like, okay, I see what you're doing. Where are your non-profitable trades? Where are those? Because I know you got them. We know everyone has them. Where are your blown accounts? Where are those stories? Because when you have those stories, then you don't even have no highlight reel. You just have balance. You talk about when you're profitable, you talk about when you're not profitable. That's cool. There won't be no highlight reels like if you're talking about both sides, right? The highlight is going to be everything that encompassed, this week I'm going into the weekend green. Last week I went into the weekend red. Like, that's the highlight. You know what I'm saying? Also, too, when you're watching stuff like that, what happens psychologically, it starts to create comparisons, right? And those comparisons create pressure to perform. And this all psychological is what I'm giving y'all, because this is stuff people they're not even factoring in. Like those comparisons create pressure for you to perform. You don't want to create no pressure. You don't want to be trying to trade and perform under pressure because you've been watching something somewhere else and somebody giving you all these, how would I say, these fallacies, because that's what they are. They're fallacies. You know what I mean? It's not even reality. It's just they're doing it for likes or clout chasing. I don't know what they're doing. I ain't in their head, but I'm saying it ain't realistic, period. And then when you have, how would I say, when this pressure has been created for you to perform, guess what that's about to do? You're about to trade outside your system just to keep up with the pressure that the comparisons created. And now if you're out your system, you already know what's about to happen from there. And then the main thing about that is do you want to break down all of the psychological foundation that you've been building, especially being in this community? Because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to make sure that we keep this, that we how would I say, we set the proper foundation and we build on that. Psychologically, we build on that. We build on process. You start watching that, you about to kill all that process that you just built up. All the foundation that you were just building, you just burned it, knocked it down. And you got to start all over again with your psychology. Remember, it's very, very important to understand that however you start building your foundation psychologically, you want to continue to keep building on that. And you don't want nothing to come in that and thwart that or have you thinking something different or change the system that you created. That can happen very easily. Y'all know bad habits, for some odd apparent reason in life, bad habits tend to domino effect way quicker and way much harder than good habits. Why that is, I don't know. I just know that it happens. So being that we know that, let's make sure that we are erring on the side of caution and we're not looking at all that craziness. And keep your foundation intact. So just keep that in mind. Yep, for real, like physical pain, overtrading exactly. So just keep that in mind. It's very, very important that you pay attention to your psychology. Don't let no social media trading stuff come in there and steal that peace. Just keep that in mind. Protect your psychology. You have to understand that. You got to protect that. It's just like your capital. Because I'm telling you, watching that stuff, it'll get you thrown way off course. Me, I don't watch none of that. Literally, I don't. I don't watch none of it. There's only two. There's two. I can tell you right now, there are two traders that I watch outside of what I'm already doing in my community. I ain't gonna say Juvier, Scalp God. Y'all already know that. That's in my community. I'm not even counting them. They're a given, right? I'm talking about outside of what our intimate space, outside of our community. If you're in this community, then this is your community. You're in the inner circle, you're in the TEF, you're a part of that community. That means Juvier, Scalp God, Canary, Lazy, me, Randall, Euphoria. That's your community. Nix. That's the community, right? All right. So I watch Wall Street Trapper and I watch Aristotle from Honey Drip Network. Those are options traders. I have mentorship with both. Wall Street Trapper, that's my guy right there. From my city, I know his story, you know what I mean? And he giving up game, real game on the option side. Honey Drip Network, Aristotle, same thing, giving up real game. You go and listen to their stories don't change. You can go back to like their first video and watch a video now, and when they talk about their stories, the stories have stayed the same. And their stories are real. They're not fake. You could tell. They're the you and me stories, the down-to-earth stories. Like, that's the only other two traders that I watch. Everybody else on social media, I don't watch them. Now, I'm not saying everybody else sucks. Nope, I'm just saying what I don't watch. I can relate to them too because them two are very realistic in their approach, how they do things. And if you just go watch them, you just go watch a few of their videos, you can be like, oh yeah, they own it. Like they're on it, not just from making money, but also from relating to us. They're just like we are. They were beginners. They're like I said, they're very relatable. Most time people that are relatable because their stories are real. That's why you can relate to it, because it speaks to you. And like I said, also too, Wall Street Trappers from my city. You know what I mean? And I know people from my city. It's only going to be one or two ways. Either someone from my city, they're going to be very, very passionate and they about to give you everything, or they just on some BS. There's really no in between with people from New Orleans. And anybody from my city will tell you that. That's why for us, it's easy for us to identify when somebody is real or if they fake. Because we already know. We've been bred this way. So just keep that in mind on the tip of the day. And then we'll move on. So what I want to talk about with y'all is this. Absolutely, y'all. Yep, absolutely. I heard that, Bettina. All you did was make it easy for yourself. For real, by doing that. And absolutely down to false narratives all day. For real, for real. We ain't dealing with that. That's not good for our psyche. And like I said, that's toxic. We don't need that. We got to remember, it's already so much going on psychologically with just trading, right? And then you got to separate that psychological world from the personal psychological world. That in itself is difficult, right? When you think about Serena, God bless my sister, going through some bereavement affairs. You know how difficult it is to try to block that out and trade too? That's difficult. I can only imagine. I haven't had to deal with that in my trading career, but I understand just for the sake of, that's not true. I have. Forgot about that. I have. But regardless of that, the point I'm making is one can't spill over into the other. You can't have personal emotions coming into trading. You can't have trading emotions going into, you can't have like trading, your trading personality flowing into your personal personality, so to speak, right? Because in our personal life, we have to be sympathetic, have feelings, show emotion, stuff like that. But in our trading life, we got to be robots, stoic, no emotions, no feelings. No matter what happens, you take it on the chin and you keep going. No complaining, none of that. And like I said, it's a fine line. It's hard to toe that line. That ain't easy, but it's doable. Everyone here can do it. Just got to just work at it. It's like anything else. It's nowhere near impossible. So just keep that in mind. I feel you laser focus minded. Absolutely, Bettina. But yeah, so all right, so what I want to talk to y'all about. So if you're a trader, I feel like this definitely is something for you, right? Now, so about 2 years ago, when I started this journey, before I started this journey, when I decided to quit my job, I was thinking about, okay, what am I going to do? What I'm going to do for everyday money? What am I going to do for my investments? Right. So, early 2000s, before I went back to school and got my degree, I was a realtor and I was a loan officer. So I sold houses, I did loans, and I used to double dip. So on most of my clients, when I did your loan, I also sold the house to you, or you bought a house, whatever that was, right? So when the economy went stupid in what was that, 06, 07, 08, 09, I already saw the writing on the wall, and I was like, okay, real estate is an economy-driven sector, right? Meaning when the economy is good, people are buying houses, selling, possibly even selling houses more. But we know they're buying houses because the money's moving around. When the economy is not good, Money slows down. A lot of things start to slow down because there's not a lot of money being moved around, right? So I was like, okay, what's my next move? So I went to school, got my degree, got my master's, all that, started working. Corporate job, cool, making good money, 6 figures a year, bam. All right. Now, I decided I wanted to get out the matrix, right? I don't want to work for nobody no more. I don't want to do this. I don't want you to tell me when I can take a break, lunch. I can't go on vacation on this week because this guy's going on vacation. I got to put it in here. Then they playing games with promotions. Dude that don't look like me, don't even have a college degree, but they look at me. I don't have a master's, and they tell me that I don't have enough experience. Go figure. I ain't got to say. I don't have to say anything else. We already know what's going on there, right? I just got tired of that. I was like, you know what? I'm cool. So I decided to get out them. I decided, I was already, before I went and turned in all my credentials and my laptop and I just dipped on them. I didn't even tell them. I just dipped on them. And I didn't have a meeting with them. They wanted to have a meeting. I ain't about to have no meeting. I'm not giving y'all no closure. I cut the string. You ever held the string in your hand and let it go and it just falls, right? Like just that quick, it just falls, right? That's exactly what I did to my job, to my employer, just like that. No talking, no nothing. I just cut the string. Here are your credentials. Here's my badge. Here's my RSI key. Here's your laptop. There you go. I'm done. But wait a minute. I turned around. I'm telling you, I stepped 3 feet in the door in the campus. And my manager was there. And I was like, and he saw me and he looked like, what do you got in your hand? Like, why are you bringing a laptop? I thought he thought is there something wrong with it? And then I had the laptop in my hand like this. And then on top, I had my RSI key and my badge. And I was like, there you are. And he took it. And he looked at me he gave me a look like, what's going on? And I was like, nothing. And I turned around, just went like this and just walked out. And he was calling my name like, come back. We need to talk. And I was walking just like this. All he was seeing was the back of my head. I was just chunking the deuce. Like, dude, I'm so good on y'all. So I was trying to figure out, what I'm gonna do, right? So I had this energy built up in me, right? And I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, let me get in. Let me figure out, you know what? Let me jump into some type of real estate, something like that. Real estate would be good. Commercial real estate be the best. I don't want to be a landlord. I don't want to be having to worry about putting people out. You know what I'm saying? I'm very, very soft-hearted. It'll be hard for me to evict a woman and some children, just keeping it 100. I know who I am as a person. That's just something that I won't be able to do. Then I looked around in that landscape, and I have friends that own houses, and I hear the stories, even people they have some Section 8 renters, people that don't pay they rent. Then it takes them 3 months to get them out. And they got to go down there and they got to pay an attorney to go file all this stuff to get them evicted because they got to follow, the tenancy laws and all that. I'm like, nope, I don't want no part of that either. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get into commercial real estate. So I started looking at storage facilities, meaning purchasing the whole facility. Why that looked good to me is because, for one, it's very, very simple. You're paying for space. You don't pay your rent. On day 32, you get a lien. You don't pay the lien. On day 64, you lose your space. To me, that's easier, that's doable. And also, too, it falls in the realm of residual income. That's something that it can run itself, or you can hire a management company and boom, and get it done. So I started looking at that. So I end up getting a mentor. I have a storage facility mentor. My mentor has about $7 million in storage facility properties, young dude. And it was probably one of the best things that I could have did for that part of my life, to diversify my portfolio. And it fits perfect right with trading. It's perfect. And so he is having an event next week, and I'm going to give you guys an invitation if you guys want to come and check it out. Like I said, I paid for the mentorship. It was 10 bands. It was the best 10 bands I could have ever spent, because we have fast tracked it to where right now I'm at the point where I'm about to buy my first storage facility property. You know what I'm saying? And that right there is going to give me like a net operating income of about 10 bands a month after all my bills are paid. And that's for doing nothing, for sitting on my butt, literally. I don't have to go touch any of it, go do my walkthroughs here and there, but I ain't nothing I really have to do. So I'm saying this is not about what I'm doing. I'm saying it because I want to share this opportunity with you guys. So if you guys are something that you guys are interested in and you want to know more about it, I'll send you the link. You can go check it out. It's next week. It's gonna run like 3 to 5 days, and it's super legitimate. I'm saying just look at it. I ain't telling you that you need to go pay 10 bands and get a mentorship. I'm saying just look at it. But I can tell you that it makes a lot of sense, and it's definitely gonna change your life. Because not only will trading change your life, but if you add something like that to your portfolio, it's crazy. And let me say this, you don't need to have a lot of money. You can buy a storage facility with no money out of your pocket. Literally. No, you heard what I said. I'm gonna say it again. No money out of your pocket. Literally. I found a super dope deal. It's seller finance. I only had to come up with 10% of the purchase price, and that's it. And I'm getting a loan on that. And trust me, if you have a income-bearing property, banks will throw you money because they already see that the property is cash flowing. So that doing something like that, you just got to find a deal. There's many ways to find the deals. But like I said, I'm just going to leave it at that. If you're interested, just DM me. I'll shoot you the link, and then you go check it out. But I wanted to share that with y'all. And I'm going to tell you, it's real deal. It's just as good as trading, if not better. Because I'm going to give you some game on the storage facility business. Storage facility was the only sector that was COVID proof. Go figure. During COVID, the storage facility industry rose 200%. And you can fact check me on the math because I did all this homework already. 200%. So if you got, some, how would I say, some type of, how would I say, if you have like this thing where you want to get out of your job and you want to get rid of your 9 to 5, not only can you do it with trading, but you can also do it in that lane too. And don't get in your head about, man, those are like $900 million properties. That don't mean anything. You can purchase a storage facility with no money out of your pocket. It's just the way that the deal is structured. And like I said, I'm just giving y'all that game just because I want to share that with y'all because I'm about to snatch my first one. I'm very, very close. Still going back and forth, me and the seller. But at the end of the day, it's going to happen. And just like it happened for me, it can happen for y'all. It's real, real easy. But in this program, this mentorship that I got into, like there's somebody for everything in there. Like we structure my LLCs correctly. I have a trust. I also have a holding company, and I also have a management company. And then I'm going to have another LLC that I'm going to purchase my storage facility with. That LLC will sit inside of my holding company, be owned by the holding company, and then all of that will be owned by my trust. And then my management company will do all the day-to-day operations. It's crazy scheme for tax purposes, all of that stuff. You want to change your life? This is another way you can too. So you can keep your trading. That'll be your little day-to-day mad money. When you want to do little stuff and go here and do these and travel and all that, that's what your trading can be. And your storage facility, that'll be your take care of you money. And you get one, you can get 100, literally. The brother that I'm talking about, he worked at Coke, came from humble beginnings. He slept in the bed with his grandma till he was 14 years old. Lost his mom and his grandmother, and his dad ended up becoming a single parent. And he, like I said, he worked at Coke for like 5 years. He was like, you know how like when you see Coke pull up in the trucks and they go stock the stores? That's what he did. And he met somebody one day. I don't remember one of his deliveries. I don't know where all the stores, of course, he was delivering to, but I know one of the deliveries place that he went, he met a guy, and the guy put the bug in his ear, ran with it, and now he's where he is. Don't work for nobody, retired his wife. They got Lambos, they got all that. Now, it's not about the material items. My point is that he built himself up. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, come from humble beginnings. Think about it. You sleep in your bed, sleep in the same bed with your grandma till you're 14. That's very humble. I don't know nothing more humble than that. Got all his family involved. Everybody is doing well. He created generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? If he can do it, anyone can do it. Period. We're all the same. We all come from the similar backgrounds when it comes to that. You just got to have that get up and go about you. And my point is, the reason why I'm sharing it is because in trading, you have to have that get up and go. And I feel like if you have that get up and go in trading, you could definitely do it in that industry. And I'm telling you, it's not even that hard. It ain't hard at all. It's just going through the steps and putting yourself in the room, getting in the room, putting yourself in that space and understanding that. And yes, you can do that in trading at the same time. Nope, it's not going to take away from anything else that you're doing. You want to get rid of your job? You want to be self-sufficient? You want to create residual income? Meaning when you sleeping, you're making money. When you're trading, you're making money. Outside of trading, when you're traveling, you're making money. So that's how I'm thinking. Like that is what will solidify you. And even if in a storage facility, they have other businesses out there, laundromats, car washes. I like the storage facility game because it's a whole nother game. To me, that's like the best thing going. It's very easy. And it's very simple. It's much more simpler than you would even imagine. But you won't know that until you get your body in the room. Straight up. And wrap your head around it. But like I said, if you want to really want to get rid of your 9-to-5 and really be self-sufficient, and like I said, that's a business you could bring your family in on. Like I'm telling you, this is the way. Like I've done the research, and how can I say it? I've done the research, and even with his guidance, like I see it for myself. Like he didn't have to sell me on it. Like I saw it. I got some information first, and I've been through two of these webinars or seminars or whatever you want to call them before I decided to do the mentorship. The first one just piqued my interest. And then in between that one and the second one, I did a bunch of research. And I was like, man, this is crazy. Right now, storage facilities are in the top 5 of the most wealth-generating businesses. Storage facility. Who would think? Think about that. And like I said, I'm just sharing it with y'all because I feel like that's my duty, that's my job. And it goes right in with being a trader. So, like I said, if y'all interested, just DM me. Let me know you're interested. I'll shoot you the link, and then you can just run from there. But I can tell you right now, I haven't found nothing more legitimate than this when it comes to real estate. And like I said, it's commercial real estate. And then, you want to have, you can set it up so you can set it up to where nothing is in your name. You know what I'm saying? Like that is pretty much where I am. The only thing I have left in my name right now is my car. Literally, and that's about to change. Soon as I grab this, soon as the Lord bless me with this, excuse me, I'm going to trade that car in. I'm about to go get me a company car on my company because my company will be cash flowing enough where I'll be able to, pay for that. But nothing is in my name, literally. Well, my mortgage. That's about to change too. Everything else is in my business name. Everything else. So, like I said, if that's something that you're interested in, just DM me. I'll shoot you the link, and then we'll just rock from there. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. Make sure I ain't missed nothing. You can do it from anywhere. Scary Rainbow, you can do it from anywhere. Yeah, you can do it from anywhere, literally. Let me go in here and see on this. Yeah, Motivation X is not Jamel, it's Ramel. Mogul. Yep, Ramel. If that's the person you're talking about. It's Ramel. I think it is. Yeah, you know, I got all y'all. Whoever, like I said, just DM me and I got y'all. T. Pruitt, yep, all y'all, I got y'all. Yep. Telling you, y'all, it's golden. It's golden. And I'm talking about I'm doing it based on the numbers. I'm not doing it based on what somebody telling me and what they showing me. I did it based on the numbers. Same way I do with trading. It's the same. It's crazy. It's the same energy. Now I know trading and owning a owning some commercial real estate is a little different, but it's the same energy as far as like what you have to put in. And in stores, in the storage game, it's less, but it's still energy you got to put in. That's why I said if you can run this lane, you can definitely run that lane. Real simple. So other than that, like I said, just send me yeah, Ramel, yeah. You're right. I figure you was right. Yep. I don't know. Anyone that live out, like, I know you live in, Bettina, I know you live in, I know you in Spain, but I would say just take a look at it. Yeah, just take a look at it. Just take a look at it. It's worth it. And being that I'm in the mentorship, man, they got everything in there that you need. If your credit ain't good, they're gonna help you take care of your credit. I mean, it's crazy. It's like someone saying, here, take this, do everything on this list, and you will be over here. It's really just that simple. And the things that you got to do on the list are not even anything hard. Like if your credit ain't cool, then this is what you need to do to get it right. This is the kind of bank accounts you need to open. This is the way you need to structure your business. This is the way you need to do this. Like, it's a full-fledged blueprint. Come on, man. It's like, for me, it was a no-brainer. Like, you put a blueprint in my hand. And then on top of that, then you have people there, like inside my mentorship, I have everyone there to help me. Like, I got somebody for my taxes. I got somebody for if you have like any credit things that you need to take care of on your credit. They show you how to structure your business. They show you how to build your business credit. Like, they have everything there. They have all the banks, all the subprime lenders. Like, I mean, they have everything that you would possibly need for whatever scenario your personal situation may bring. I'm telling you, it's crazy. And I knew that if I didn't share that, like, I got to share this information. So yeah. So there it is. Like I said, just DM me, and then we're going to jump off. And then like I said, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. I've learned so much in the past, like, year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've learned so much. Just got my game way up. Way up. I mean, you could literally run your store facility from your phone. You heard me. You could run it from your phone. You could be living in another country and run it from your phone. Literally. From your phone. Now, of course, you got to go, it's your business, right? So you're going to have to dip in there, here and there. You know what I mean? You can't be 100% hands off, but you ain't got to be 100% hands on either. You ain't got to be 50% hands on. Probably like 30. Go in there, dip in there real quick, see what's going on. And that's that. Once think about it, it's all about systems, right? Once the systems are in place, residual income. There's nothing more powerful in the world than residual income. Nothing more powerful in the world than that. Go do your research. You'll never be able to find nothing more powerful than residual income. Nothing. So hit me up in a DM, and we'll go from there. And other than that, y'all have a great remainder of your day. He said, sounds like something out of GT. I was in the first mentorship group about 4 years ago, but life happened. Did you do their big group with him? His brothers Boone and Motivation. You was in there. You talking about Boone and Smitty? Yep. The guy from Chicago, that's Smitty. Yep. I rock with them. Yes. I rock with them. Motivation. Yep. I rock with them. I rock with all three of them. Yep. So took me a little while to jump on because when I first did the first one, I was trading. I had just started trading and I was like, okay, can't take on too many things at once, right? If you want to be good at something, you got to focus on that one thing and then move to something else. It's just like with our strategies, right? You can't be jumping around strategy hopping, and the only way you're going to learn a strategy, you got to do one strategy at a time, understand it and master that, and then you can move on to another strategy. That's the way I felt with the opportunity 2 years ago when I did that first one. And I leaned back off of it. I had the money to get into it, but I leaned back off of it only because, like I said, I had just quit my job. I was in a different headspace and I was like, okay, I got to get this trading thing down. So I just focused on that. But in between that time, I was doing research on what I learned from them. Started my corporation. So a lot of the stuff I was doing, I did myself. But then I got to a point to where I realized like I needed that extra help to get even further, to get $250,000 line of credit, to have, I got like $90,000 in business credit cards. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that stuff, like it took me, I can only do it so far. And then, because you have to understand something, your mentors, at least in these guys, they have relationships with banks. They have relationships with financial institutions. They've been doing this already. They got multiple properties, so they understand how everything works. They got management, they got this, they got that. So that was the extra part that I needed. And like I said, I was doing the work on my own, but then I got to the point to where, okay, now I'm good at what I do with my trading. And something told me just start looking for deals. So I started looking for deals. I found a deal and hollered at my brothers and they was like, yeah. So that's where we are. Anybody can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Really just that simple. But like I said, other than that, man, we're going to jump off. We've been on for about a little over 2 hours, but y'all have a blessed remainder of y'all day. Like I said, y'all know what to do. If y'all interested, just hit me and just DM me on Discord. Other than that, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all as always. Shout out to the Edge Fund, the co-founders, Juvier, Scalp God, my brothers. Without them, we wouldn't be here. And y'all have a blessed remainder of y'all day. And I will see the members tonight in the Genius Vault. And anybody that is not in the Genius Vault, I welcome to you to join. It's $8.99 a month. It comes out to 45 cents a day. We take the same strategy, the same time, every night, Sunday through Thursday. 45 cents a day. Really? So just think about that. So other than that, like I said, y'all be blessed. And signing off, and I'll see some of y'all tomorrow, and I'll see the rest of y'all tonight in the vault. All right now. Yay!